The regular season is here, and that means our weekly one-on-ones with head coach Doug Pederson, presented by Wawa, are here as well. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro. Coach Doug, welcome to the regular season. How you feeling about the Eagles 2020?
Oh, thanks, Dave. Thanks for having me here. It's finally here. We're excited to be into a game week. Regular season week one. Obviously, different times, unprecedented. We don't know necessarily what's happening without. We don't have fans. We got crowd noise, but how's the crowd noise going to be? The travel, all the protocols. So, we're just taking it one day at a time. We've accepted it, and we're preparing for the week.
How do you make sure the players are not distracted by all of those external elements?
My hat's off to the players and coaches for understanding the protocols, for understanding, the restrictions that are put in place for us to keep our players and coaches safe, from COVID-19 and it's just a matter of us now kind of taking our bubble here at NovaCare on the road, staying overnight in a hotel, getting up the next day and going through our normal routine. I think for me as the head coach is trying to keep these guys to what they're used to, keeping the schedule pretty much the same as what we've had in the past. And it is what it is, but the guys have handled it very well.
In the hotel, okay, you're used to having your wife travel with you. You're used to going down and having a team meal. Explain now what you're faced with. You're not allowed to bring the missus, right? And maybe you are. And then you're not allowed to leave the hotel room. Is that part of the deal also?
Yeah, no, our families obviously, can't travel. Fans obviously at the stadiums won't be there, and really we're sort of self-quarantined to our hotel. We can move around the hotel itself, our meeting spaces downstairs, things of that nature, but really, they don't want us traveling outside, the hotel, going to, a lot of on the road too is enjoying the city that we go to, going out to dinner, seeing family, seeing friends, and that this year is not going to happen, obviously, and we got to make sure that we adhere to those protocols and keep ourselves safe and ready to go for Sunday.
All right, Doug, take me behind the scenes here. So you're sitting in your office upstairs here at the NovaCare complex. You hear a knock on the door, and Jason Peters walks in. Give me everything is that kind of how it started?
It's exactly how it started. I was preparing for practice and going through some notes in the script for practice today, and knock on the door. Jason Peters walks in, and he was excited too. I mean, I just asked him what was going on, what was up, and he said that he obviously he's thought long and hard about this as well, and he feels that our best opportunity right now to help us, win games is for him to slide back over to left tackle, and it just goes to show the type of professional that he is, the type of person he is to sacrifice, to give up of himself for his teammates, to make this move. Obviously right here at the end of training camp, but also at the beginning of the regular season. So I was excited about that. I assured him that everything was going to be okay. We'll get him the proper reps over there to get him ready to go. But I was excited. He was excited, and I said, "Hey, man, let's put everything behind us and move forward and focus on Washington."
So, in that instance, Doug, when you're excited, do you jump up and give him a virtual high five? I mean, what do? Do you take it in stride, like, cross that little concern off the list?
Yeah, no, obviously, both of us had our masks on and we were protecting each other, and we were within our. We stayed socially distant initially, but then, man, I had to go in and get a bump and just tell him that I was obviously proud of him and for making this decision, that we were excited, we were going to roll and put all the pieces together, get him back over there where he's comfortable. And but listen, he did a great job at right guard too. We were preparing to play him at right guard, as long as we needed to, and he was doing an outstanding job there. But he came to the conclusion that he wanted to move back to the left side, and he feels comfortable there too.
Doug, how are you going to play it on Sunday? What's the approach offensively? Not really knowing what Ron Rivera's defense is going to do, and really not knowing what you have to a degree, because you haven't seen anybody in preseason games.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing, going against a new coaching staff. A different scheme on defense. They're kind of transitioning out of their 34 personnel into a 4-3. And so we have history with Coach Rivera. We have history with Jack Del Rio. We got to be able to put the pieces together, and it's really our best guess, and as we prepare for this game. But it's one of the things I think when you come out of training camp, you've worked on so many things that you just got to stick to what you know, and just go down there and just execute. It's still football. You got to trust your rules. You got to trust your eyes, what you see. Stay disciplined within your scheme. And just take it one play at a time.
Doug, a lot of people have talked about their defensive front, Ryan Kerrigan, the Alabama kids inside, Ioannidis, and then they go out and draft Chase Young. I mean, just what are you expecting from them up front on Sunday?
I expect them to roll all those guys through there, and then you factor in Montez Sweat, kid they picked up last year in the draft, and this is a formidable defensive front, and they got linebackers that can run, and it's just a matter of us just executing our scheme and however we put the plan together this week. But this is a good test for us right out of the gate. I mean, everybody's excited. It's week 1. Obviously 0-0 as far as the record, win-loss record goes, and again, it's a good test for our offensive line. It's a good test for our backs, from a protection standpoint. But we just got to continue to prepare this week and be ready to go.
Versus other seasons, do you feel that you know less about the Eagles right now just because you haven't been on the field as much as you had in previous years?
I think the biggest thing, Dave, is really not having the preseason games to where we can really evaluate our young players. Yeah, I think for the most part, every team in the National Football League, we know a lot about our veteran players and the guys that have been around, and things of that nature. And obviously, you can go off a lot of tape, for the free agents, the new guys on the team. But it's those young players that missed out on, these preseason games where you really got to see, I think, an evaluation process as a coach, and then for them also to kind of get the speed of the game, and understand the speed of the game, because this will be a different experience for all our young players on Sunday, afternoon, and it's just a matter of them just, and really for me, just kind of sort of educating them during the week, and really having our veteran players sort of coach them up on the speed of the game and what to expect.
What is the message daily this week to the players?
The message daily is we just got to continue to work hard, and really we can't worry about our opponent. Obviously, it's that 1-0 mentality, each week, and let's focus on what we do and get better at what we do, and we got to continue to work. I mean, it's we've only been in pads for here a couple of weeks, right, 2.5 weeks or so, and so we're kind of coming into that third week now, but it's game week and it's a division opponent, so. Those are all things that sort of factor in, and you try to get off, on the right foot. You try to go 1-0 this week against a really good football team.
Doug, given all that, can you talk about the chemistry, some of the things that you've seen from leadership in the locker room, leadership during some tough times here? What's it been like?
I've been really proud of the guys. I think of Rodney McLeod. I think of Malik Jackson, Fletcher Cox. Even JP, Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz, guys that have really stepped up. Jason Kelsey. That have really, DeSean Jackson, guys that have really stepped up during this, during not only the COVID pandemic, but also what's happening in our society, and really rallying the guys, supporting the guys, but at the same time focusing on football. And at the end of the day, we are here to play football and to win football games, but probably more importantly is taking care of one another, understanding one another each and every day, and putting our best foot forward, so to speak, with a lot of issues that surround not only our players, but also our city and our country at this time.
Last one, Doug. You mentioned DeSean Jackson. We haven't heard a lot from him in this preseason, this training camp. What has he been like on the football field, and what do you expect from him starting Sunday?
I tell you, he's been really, really good in the classroom. He's been really good on the practice field. He's healthy. He feels good. He's excited for the season. He was disappointed last year. He had to miss pretty much the entire season last year, and he's ready to go. He's chomping. He's ready to get out there, be with his teammates. Obviously, he and Carson, getting on the same page, and he's really embraced the role of leadership, with the young receivers that we have, and taking them under his wing. So look forward, to watching him play this fall and finding ways to get him the football. He's still explosive, and he'll be a great target for Carson.
Can't wait to see it on Sunday. The Eagles at the Washington football team. Doug Pederson, our weekly one-on-one, presented by Wawa. Thanks so much, and let's get to 1-0 on Sunday. Talk to you next week.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Doug.